guys. I got no power, so let's get straight into it, though. Full guide for nofap. So let me tell you a quick story, bro. I used to be addicted to popping 100% each day, every morning, every night. Couldn't control my lustful desires because of the advertisements that the world did. Everywhere around me was lustful desires. So when in my other videos, I speak upon this, and reason I speak upon this is I know the struggle of it, the struggle of wanting to quit, but you can't quit. And honestly, I felt like other people, could help out. The reason for this, bro, is it's so taboo. And when you do bring it up, some people just say it's normal, right? But not for us dudes. We take it to the extreme, bro. And so then we should be able to fix that, bro. We should be able to go up to our brothers, like the people that we love, even if you're like Muslim just like me, we should be able to go to our brothers and tell them, that, oh, I got this problem. But nowadays they just say don't talk about it, just like it's very taboo. Nobody really talks about it. And yeah, bro, I know how it feels. I jacked off 3 times while crying, bro. While crying. Imagine that, bro. While crying. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't stop. Couldn't even control my desires of my own self. And you know what they say, bro? Your only friend in life that's gonna be there for you 100% is your mind. And if your mind is not there for you, then who's gonna be there for you? Nobody, right? You can't control other people's feelings. You can't control other people's minds. You can't even control your own feelings. So the only thing you can control is your mind. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is you may feel you may feel sad or happy, but you told yourself you ain't gonna fap no more, right? And so you don't. So if you really want to, be a better version of yourself, you need to let go of this bad habit, because it's the #1 bad habit that us young men have nowadays. And yeah, bro, let's get straight into it. So the first step, bro, is fasting, bro. The Prophet Muhammad, he said that to, guard your chastity by fasting, right? And, to control your desires is by fasting. And, that's basic common sense, bro, because if you remove food, which is what we desire, like, it's something that we used to go out and hunt for, but nowadays it's just in front of us, so we just eat it, right? We don't desire food as much as we did back then. You have a can of tuna. Back then, if hunter-gatherers had tuna, then they would be happy and have like a festival or something. I'm trying to say over-exaggerated, but yeah. But yeah, basically, if you take out one of the most necessity things that us humans need, then, our desires dial down. It dials down low. And I can vouch for this because, I fast a lot. I usually eat only dinner, right? And basically, I realized that, my mind is fired up. My mind is clear. I have good clarity when I'm not eating. I don't got no lustful desires. I'm not thinking about all that bad stuff. I'm just thinking about trying to work as hard as possible as I can in the day, right? And in the end of the day, when I first get the meal of my day, that's when all the desires come in, where like I start to feel groggy, this and that, and lustful desires, this and that. And basically, you become a different person from when you're fasted and when you're not fasted. And so I really think that adding fasting really helps in your day, because I think that it's kind of like a shield to when you're a nofap, like to lustful desires. Like, lustful desires coming onto you, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to feel ungrateful. Like, it's about gratitude, right? If you don't got food and you only can eat once a day, like me, bro, you're gonna feel more grateful and your desires are gonna go away. because you're focusing on, that hunter mode. Basically, the hunter mode is, trying to work as hard as possible, and then in the end of the day, you give your meat, or you get your meal, right? So where I learned this from is Mikey Musumeci. He's the one flyweight champion of, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And it's really cool to see. Like, I was just searching up different diets, because I tried keto, I tried this and that, but then when I started, like, oh my bro, 1 meal a day, it really drastically helped me dial down my, what's that word called, dial down my desires, made me feel more grateful for what I got, and basically got mental clarity, right? And so then link in the description about OMAD, more description on it. But yeah, bro, you want to fast, because fasting, bro, is really gonna help you. It's like a shield towards, the bad desires that you want to push away. But then the thing that you need to be mindful of, this is the thing though, the thing you need to be mindful of is when you break that fast. When you break that fast, the desires and different stuff are gonna become flushing in, and you're gonna be so weird, like, bro, how come I didn't feel this earlier and I'm feeling it now? But yeah, bro, fast. And so number 2 is changing your identity. So changing your identity is the thing that's going to divide you between you and your future self. So if you want to be successful in anything that you do, you have to change the identity of yourself, how you presume yourself. So when I first started NoFap, the only thing I changed about myself was that I'm gonna try NoFap. That's wrong. You need to change your habits, all this stuff, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to do it. So keep on watching, bro. But yeah, you need to change your identity for yourself, man. Because if you still see yourself as that loser, that he's a jack off, then you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna be successful. But if you close your eyes, every time you get those desires, you're gonna be like, why do I need to be the loser in the backgrounds watching 2 other people do it? I ain't a loser anymore. I know I ain't no cuck, right? And then you start seeing fapping as the enemy, right? You start seeing them as like, bruh, that's weird as hell. Like, you're really, would you be in the corner of the background, watching 2 people do it? Nah. So why would you do that? Like, you just for being weird. And change your identity that you ain't a loser, you ain't a cuck. You're the man. You're the man, bro. You're gonna conquer the world. Like, some people may say that this is taking it to the extreme, but nowadays we got low self-esteems, bro. We got hella low self-esteems. And once I began to change my self-esteem about myself, like, when I look at the mirror, like, saying, damn, bro, you got a good physique, this and that. You've been putting in the work, this and that. Once you start to change your image of yourself, you're not gonna want to cope, because most stuff that, or the reason why most people fap, right, young men fap, is because they feel that they need that validation, because you ain't getting women in real life, you ain't getting any validation in real life, you ain't doing anything in real life, you're not getting love from yourself, like you ain't telling yourself the good things that they need to hear, right? And so what happens? You cope, and you use fapping as a coping mechanism, and you need to change your identity. So basically, to get out of all of this, bro, the thing to get out of all of this is change your identity to make yourself feel better. And if you feel better, you have more mental clarity, and you have good mental health, bro, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna want to cope anymore. You're not gonna want to fap, right? And number 2, right, if you change your identity of yourself, saying that fapping and watching 2 other people do it is still considered a cuck, you're like in the side over there while they're doing it, like, that's just hella weird, my guy. I don't know, why would you do that? And then just say like, oh, you're weird, that's gay. You can actually call that gay, because you're stroking your own thing. But yeah, bro, that's something I also used to say, like, make it seem unpleasant as possible. I forgot what book I read this from, but if you want to stop a bad habit, make it unpleasant as possible. For example, you see junk food. Think about it, it's made by a mad scientist giving you chemicals so that you could be addicted to it, so that you can keep doing it and be addicted to sugar, and then make you like, bro, you just want to make it the enemy, right? So yeah, bro, that's the second one. Change your identity and change the identity of the habit itself. All right, so number 3, right? Think about this mindset and it will help you. I guarantee it, bro. Your future self, bro. Your future self is gonna suffer. But you know who else gonna suffer from you suffering? Guess. Your future wife, bro. Your future wife is gonna suffer because you had this addiction. Your kid's gonna go up to you one day and he's gonna ask you how to quit this certain habit that you keep on doing. And you're not gonna give him an answer because you don't know, because you haven't quit it. Let that sink in for a while. Let that shame sink in for a while. That regret. That, just imagine it, bro. Close your eyes. Your little child comes up to you and asks you how to deal with this certain addiction, certain habit, asking, oh, if it's good or bad. You don't know because you chose to be addicted to it. You didn't choose to end or quit it. You kept it in your life. And now you have brought it upon you, human beings. Your children, no, bro. They're gonna suffer because you don't know the solution. Their own father doesn't know the solution, how to quit the addiction. And your future wife will suffer because she will not have the connection that two human beings should have. And that's what this modern world lacks nowadays. Spiritual love, bro. Spiritual love, because everybody nowadays sees, sex as a pleasurable thing. But nah, it's kind of like a ritual, boy. It should be a ritual of the creation of two human beings. And so then if you see fapping, right, as something pleasurable, something to release stress about, something to do dopamine, something to make you happier, it's like eating a cake, right? So when you eat a cake, it's pleasurable, right? It's good. But that's how you see fapping. That's how you see anything sexual, right? But nah, change it, bro. And then tell yourself that it's some ritual that you and another person should have in the future, not now if you're still young, right? A spiritual connection between another person and you two creating a human being, right? And see fapping, bro, as you killing your child, bro. Wasting your nut for some dumb stuff just because you can't control your own pleasures. Why are you gonna do that? Why? You just murdered a child just because you felt pleasurable or you felt like it. Nowadays, people are so anti-abortion, the dudes, and then they're busting loads each and every day, right? I know abortion and busting nuts way different, but try to see it in the same aspect, and then you're gonna want to quit it, bro. You're gonna want to quit it, right? Like I said, you want to make it the enemy. But yeah, bro. So the thing that I searched up is, does this addiction get better in the future? I did a little research, when I was younger, and then a lot of people said, yeah, it'll be easier, but I know 100% that was a coping mechanism, bro. It does not get better when you're in the future. You're gonna bring that addiction into, your relationships, bro. You're gonna bring that addiction into relationships, and it will determine how you, connect with your other partner. And in the book, in The Way of the Superior Man, bro, the way of the superior man penetrates the world just how he penetrates his woman. And so then if you see women as an object for pleasurable stuff, if you can't control your own lustful desires, you choose lust over love, your wife will suffer, bro. She will suffer. So It's your choice if you want to quit this habit and ruin your entire family with it, you know. But yeah, bro, just be mindful of the future, bro. All right, so using your energy that you have inside of you to create something. So like I said earlier, right? Like I said earlier, it should be a ritual between two people to create a new human being, right? Like a ritual, right? And basically, bro, when it's to create something, use that energy and transmute it into creating something. So there's a good practice in the way of the superior man, right? About using your lust as gifts, right? You want to breathe and take the lust out of your mind and your heart, bro, and spread it to your entire body, and you're gonna feel the energy flow inside of you. You're gonna feel like you're gonna feel kind of weird. You're gonna have that energy because a thing about like relationships and reproduction and stuff, the number one thing that a man's desire is to reproduce. And when that man is not available to reproduce, right? When he's not available to reproduce, his drive for competition and his drive to become a better person gets higher, right? So basically, that's how it works. Use your, kind of like your nut as an energy slash way of form of creating something, right? Creating your dream physique, creating, your dream, whatever it may be for you, your dream job, whatever it may be for you, right? For me, I use my energy to like, learn so much things, synthesize things, put it onto this YouTube channel, creating the physique that I want, right? And creating a strong mind, right? And creating just a person that I would be proud of. And if you genuinely do that, right, self-improvement is basically the thing that's gonna help you push away the bad habits, it's the thing that's gonna like stop you from doing this and that. Like genuinely, if you have a 100% productive day, you ain't gonna want to fat, bro. That's the complete honesty, bro. That's genuinely the complete honesty. If you have 100% productive day, you ain't gonna relapse, bro. You ain't gonna relapse. I can guarantee you that. So, have a productive day, bro. Use that energy to create something. Create a good day, right? Good days don't fall from the sky. You create it, right? You create the good day. So, for example, if something bad happens to you, you can choose to frown upon it and cry, this and that. But, the way of the superior man, he understands that things happens to him. And what does he do? He chooses not to mourn on it because what good will that do? He takes action and does the next best thing that's possible, So he has to do what's needed, not what he feels like doing, right? Right? So basically, bro, use that energy because you are just wasting it, right? Like, I don't know where I heard this, but one nut is like 2 miles, bro. And you're just wasting that 2 miles just because you felt horny, bro. If you think back then, bro, nobody fapped, bro. Nobody fapped. It just became a new revolutionary thing around us men, young men in my generation because, lack of direction, lack of this and that, feminism, hiring, like, they just want us to genuinely be weak, bro. They want to take over the world. But that's a side note there. But yeah, bro. Learn how to control your desires, bro, and create something that's meaningful to you. Genuinely, bro. Look into my eyes right now, bro, if you're in this part of the video. Create something that is meaningful to you. You love cooking? Start an Instagram about cooking, bro. Start a cooking show, whatever it may be, bro, even if you're trash. Because people always said, I got this from Hamza, right? He said that, why do people want you and not a professional? Because you're closer to them than a professional. For example, Why would a person listen to me instead of a professional? It's because I'm me. You know, I quit fapping 1 year ago. Just 1 year ago. Who'd you listen to, me or a person that quit like fapping like 7 years ago? Right? Who would you listen to? Obviously me, because you know I'm more new to it. Who would you listen to? That friend that went to the gym just 2 weeks ago and you know he just started? Or would you go to a professional trainer? Obviously you go to that friend because you feel more comfortable with him, because you know he's new to this thing. And yeah, bro, that's just a side thing about, you know, content creation and why would people choose you instead of other people. And yeah, bro, create something meaningful to you. All right, so your mind will create up excuses to start the habit again. It will create up excuses saying that, oh, it hires testosterone. Oh, I need to train my willpower. But in the end, you end up relapsing. And I know this firsthand, bro. Firsthand, I know this. You're gonna train your willpower, you're gonna do this and that. Oh, I'm just gonna scroll through Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna just scroll through TikTok. But I know what you're looking for, bro. I know what you're looking for. You're looking for some booty, bro. So your mind will create up excuses for you, bro. It will create up excuses because your mind, bro, is very smart. It's very smart, bro. So basically how your mind works is it wants as much as pleasurable, it wants the most pleasure it can get with the minimal work, with the most minimal work possible. That's how our mind works. It's going for that easy desires, easy dopamine, easy instant gratification. And then that's why we should detach ourselves from our emotions, right? Detach ourselves from our emotions, because if you think about it, bro, we should be opposite of what we feel. Because, for example, if things are about just following how we feel, then we won't be where we want to be. Your emotions and your lust, your desires is not the one that's going to carry you to where you're going to go. For example, I want to grow this channel. I want to get a better physique. You know, I want to look better. I want to be stronger, right? So what if my mind tells me just lay down and go to sleep? You know, lay down and go to sleep. And then I listen to it. I lay down and I go to sleep. And my mind tells me, I want to eat a donut. And then I eat the donut. What will happen? All those goals that I have, I'll feel bad about them. I'll look at them and I'll feel guilty that I haven't accomplished it. I'll rip the paper up, or I'll delete the note and say, I just give up on my goal. That's the true reality of choosing your desires and emotions over the things that need to get done. So you must choose something that you're willing to like start the habit of. So start a habit that, you know, whether it's a good day, whether it's a bad day, you still do it. Why do you still do it? Because it's meaningful to you and you're trying to train your discipline. Your discipline to where you're doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. And it also goes hand in hand with fapping, bro. You want to fap, but you don't. That's willpower, right? And if you level up your discipline, you also somewhat level up your willpower. And a quick tip here, this is a bonus tip, bro. Cold showers, bro. Cold showers, like when you get an urge, take a cold shower, bro. Or do 100 push-ups, whatever it may be, you know. And when you realize your thing, just close your eyes and quench it as hard as possible, like, and grit your teeth, bro. Like, pretend you're deadlifting. Like, take your mind off that, because you know nowadays we want to stick on that thing that's gonna make us relapse. For example, I'm thinking about this water bottle and I'm gonna relapse, right? And I keep thinking about his water bottle. And then I'm slowly keep thinking about it. And then I'm going to train my willpower. Oh, why don't I go here and train my willpower over there? Nah, shut up, bro. Slap the bottle. Slap the bottle and think about something else, bro. Think about you deadlifting 405 and you gritting your teeth and closing your eyes and get your mind off it as much as possible. Think about you're gonna die. Think about your family's gonna die. Just think about something else. Whatever it may be, bro. Think about completely something different. And, you know, you're not gonna relapse. Because the truth about NoFap is it only takes a little bit of discipline in the first 2 weeks, 1 month, this and that. But once you hone it, once you master it, the art of NoFap, bro, then it's gonna be easy for you. It's generally gonna be easy for you. You just need to go through hell for a little while, then it will be easy for you. It's like quitting coffee. You quit coffee, bro. It's gonna feel like hell for the first few days. No motivation to work. You don't wanna work. You don't wanna do this and that. And what happens? Right? You go for a few days of hell, you come back a better person. You're not addicted to caffeine no more, this and that. And yeah, bro. You gotta do the hard work, bro. You gotta go through hell for your future self, bro. Because you gotta quit this fapping thing. So the next one is there will be a certain routine, a certain time, a certain habit that you follow that lead to you doing a relapse. So let's just tell me a normal day for me in my old life. I'll wake up, you know, go to my computer, turn it on, go on Discord, go on and talk to my, friends. We play Shindo Life, and then, sometimes we will watch anime. They would tell me about hentai. And then I would say, bro, I need to go to the bathroom real quick and take a dumpy. But now I'll go in the bathroom to relapse, right? And basically, bro, after that, I will go back to my computer and play even more. Oh, I'm fasting. Or I thought I was, but I said, never mind, I'm not fasting, right? So what I did was I went inside my refrigerator and, we had these things called bagel bites. It's like mini pizzas. And then I would put them in a plate. And then I would microwave that thing and eat it. And that would be my meal. And bro, we had this snack pantry too. And a quick funny story, bro, is that my mom would fill up the entire pantry of food, right? And I would be the one always to finish it, like all the snacks, bro, because I was a fat kid, right? But I would take all the snacks and eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it, eat the bagel bites, and then I would, end off the day saying goodbye to my friends, and then I would be the last one sleeping because I wanted to grind. We played this game called Shindo Life. It's all about grinding for level, for points, and I had the desire to grind, right? And this is why I say video games is very, 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 what's that word called? Very dangerous, because it's gonna make you addicted to it. Because us men, we have the feeling of competition. We want to be good at something, and so then when you put that competition / reward system into a game, a virtual world where you're not actually getting anything in real life, then where's your energy to conquer in real life? You're conquering in games, World of Warcraft, you're conquering in, Shindo Life, the game I played. I was leveling up 65, but I did not look at myself in a third person perspective where I took a bird's eye glance of myself. Imagine if a bird were to watch me right now, seeing me, a goofy old boy sitting in his crusty butt chair playing video games all day and eating bagel bites because he doesn't want to cook a proper meal. Look, he will look at me and said, what is this goofy y'all doing? What is this goofy boy doing, bro? He's for wasting his time, right? If our ancestors were to come in right now, if they were to meet my old self, right, they would be so confused on why I was leveling up in a video game instead of leveling up in real life, right? Making my life better in the actual world instead of some video game. And yeah, bro, and I think it's really dangerous, but that's just a side tangent right there, bro. But yeah, let's hop back on topic, bro. So you're gonna have a routine to prevent it. So whatever that routine may be that leads up to you relapsing, you need to find it. You need to find it. So then, you get an urge. You get an urge, right? What led to that urge? Did you use your time wisely? Did you have a productive day? Did you, are you feeling lonely? Did you hug your family? Did you, talk to someone? Whatever that may be, lack of connection, lack of self-love, lack of direction, lack of, I don't know, dopamine, whatever it may be for you, bro. But if you wanna, find out the true reason why you keep relapsing and why you keep getting these urges to do it, is because there is a routine that leads up to you relapsing. So if you don't want to relapse, stop the routine. So then, if I wanted to stop relapsing, I think in my head, I gotta stop routine. I gotta stop getting up in the morning and going on my computer first thing in the morning and saying, "Hi guys, what game are we gonna play today?" I need to stop going to the freaking refrigerator and putting hot pockets and cook a proper meal. I need to stop grinding, be the last one grinding because I want to grind so much and then sleep late and then end up relapsing. And then I said, "Oh, I'm gonna cope in my head saying, oh, I can't go to sleep without fapping." You need to stop the cycle, stop the routine, change things up. Because once you change things up, your mind will say, "Oh, okay, you don't blame," right? So basically, your routines is really important. Your systems is really important. The way you do things in your day is very important. And it will, what is that called? It will determine if you will relapse, have an urge, whatever it may be, in the next day. If you end up relapsing, have an urge, you had a bad day. Try to improve it tomorrow. Alright, so stopping video games, anime, and social media. These three things specifically. Because these things right here is going to cause you to relapse. Because it will give you some urges, right? It will give you some urges. And what I mean by urges? You try to quit, right? You're trying to quit. And basically, you don't have the willpower to quit yet, right? You don't have that willpower to quit yet. And so then, if you see something that would trigger a relapse, you will relapse, right? And then, these first few times that you try to do it, like, the first month, the second month that you try to do it, you're gonna feel kind of weak first. You're gonna feel like, oh, I don't know, bro, this is really hard. And then you see something that would trigger your relapse, and then you relapse. And that's because you haven't got in that level yet. So let's just use it in level forms. You're level 1. You're level 2, right? Oh, you're level 2. You made it to 1 month, 2 months. This and that. Nice. So level 3 is, you can see something that would trigger a relapse, but you won't do anything about it because you don't care. You gotten to the point where fapping is out of your mind, where you can control your lustful desires, right? So basically, you're level 2 right now. You wanna get a clean environment. Don't be going on social media. Don't be going on a video game where the video game character got a big bazooka and where the anime character has a big bazooka. Like, bro, I used to do this, and it's kind of like you're coping. You can't relapse, and so then you're watching these stuff to stimulate your mind. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you're not doing the habit, but you're kind of like doing something else to cope with it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's hard to explain, but it will eventually end up you in relapsing, bro. Replacing it with something wholesome is something that's guaranteed to change it up, right? So basically, in Atomic Habits, right, the books by James Clear, he states that one of the best ways to get rid of a bad habit is to replace it with a good one. And so let's just use the word wholesome here. Let's just say for me, how did I quit fapping, bro? I'll wake up in the morning, go use my computer, and then say, "Hey guys, what game do you want to play? And I would what? Eat bagel bites for breakfast, right? So how did I change things up? The first thing that I did in the morning back then, when I was in my weight loss journey, bro, was I started to work out first. And, you know, when I started to work out first, I stopped fapping because fapping was the first thing I did in the morning. And so then, once you follow your routines and replace it with something wholesome, you're not gonna fap anymore. Let's just say you do it in the midday, afternoon, after school, right? Replace it with something wholesome. Read a book, hang out with family, whatever that may be for you. Go out in nature, go for a run, go for a walk, go biking, whatever that may be for you. Replace it with something wholesome, and I guarantee you, you will quit. You do it at night. You know, go to sleep more earlier, probably. Whatever it may be for you, bro, replace it with something wholesome, bro, because this thing is gonna be really holding you back. Because, you know, every time I think about the certain addiction, I always get a tear in my eye, because I remember that I had shame in my heart, I had regret always in my heart, 24/7. I had really bad social anxiety. Every time I look at women, evil thoughts will come in, bro. And you know, genuinely, bro, I know the pain and feeling of it. And so basically, just change your life, my guy, because this thing is really holding back your life. And I tell you, once you get over this, you're gonna fast track your life, bro, and you're gonna really help and improve it. And yeah, bro, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Be the best possible man you can be. Do the hard work for your future self. Do the hard work for the people around you, and you know, you'll be a better person to other people, and you'll be a better person towards yourself. And you know, if you just keep on improving and keep on improving, you reach your goal. That's enough for me, bro. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.